Welcome to CD102608. This is the prototype power orb. I'm just going to practice the skull implosion. This is going to be the design that will eventually be the 103108 marbles, the Halloween yin-yang positive-negative power orbs. I'm going to use cobalt blue with disco sparkle for the satellite dish, the concave curvature at the back. These marbles can be used for any type of energy depending on what you use for that concave satellite dish coating. Since this is cobalt blue, I'm going to assume it's either a water or air elemental type of power orb. Alright, first things first, we got to get our gather together. We want the gather to be about 3/4 of the size of the marble, the finished marble. We're going to be using that 12 mil rod right there. We got the ring on a old scrap of tube. I'll get it on there to where it's not moving. We'll use that to hold it in place to do the press. Got a nice size gather. Now we're just going to heat the tip and slowly Maria it out into a large disc. The larger the disc, the further you Maria it out, the further the skull will be sucked up into the line of sight rod. You want to try and get the skull to be about halfway. Think of the receiver on the satellite dish, the little pod that the energy is focused into, that's floating in the center of the satellite dish. Here we go. Now we're going to fire polish the face and warm the ring up in the back of the flame, way back there in the back of the flame, so that it's not too big of a temperature difference, but not hot enough to melt the ring. It's surgical stainless steel. I didn't get the sterling silver one. If you're going to get a sterling silver one, use that to wear. If you're going to use it to make marbles, get one that's surgical stainless steel. It'll last you longer. That's pretty wicked. The paint in the eyes and the nose is burning off. I'm glad I did the prototype so I could do that. The rest of the ring seems to be okay, but I'm going to have to clean out the eyes and nose area. Stamped, fumed, and capped. Since I'm thinking water for this elemental power, I did somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere, as the psychic fume as I fume the silver. Going to work this in and implode it, trying to do it all in one motion, in one big kind of implosion, working it all the way down. There it is, imploded in one big implosion, one step. I'm going to heat the end and Maria it out flat and apply the backing for the satellite dish, the concave. You can see it in there. Nice little air trap around the eyes and in the nostril. I like it. Looks good. Starting to shape it. We got the reflector on there. The skull's a little off center. That's just going to be practice. Practice, practice, practice. Go ahead and shape it, then we'll put the rings on for the spider web. Got the 3 rings of white applied and worked in. Now we're going to do the first raking. Basically, you're just going to take a really fine pointed flame and heat the marble back and use the clear to rake, creating like a wave effect. Remember, 12 divided into 4 quadrants and then 2 lines in each quadrant so that you have a total of 12. 12 is the magic number. And there is the clear rake. I obviously need some practice on that. Now we're going to rake in between the clear. Once we get this work down, we're going to do the metal regular raking like I would normally rake with the metal rod, the scratch-all, the ice pick, the opposite way back up in between the gaps, creating hopefully like a spider web effect. That's the idea anyway.